Hi, everyone. Welcome to this month's training with Tickets for Clients, which is a vendor that we can work with in order to sell Broadway shows and other entertainment tickets to our clients while earning commission. I have used them in the past, so I can attest to how easy they are to work with. But don't take my word for it. I am going to let Karen and her team take it away, and then we can ask questions later on. Feel free to put them into the chat, and then we can always come back to them. Or you're welcome to come off of mute as well, if we get to a point where we can ask questions as well. And if you're watching the recording, I'll include the email in the description of the video so you can follow up that way. All right, Karen, feel free to take it away.
Hi, well, my name's Erica. I'm Karen's partner. I'm gonna start us off here. Except for it's not advancing. Okay. There we go. Okay, so as Scott kind of alluded to, Tickets for Clients was designed specifically for travel advisors. So we've really streamlined the process to address all the pain points that travel advisors have in securing event tickets for their guests. So we've made it easy to use, customizable to your business. There's exceptional support and service, and it's really an added revenue stream with no risk. And it's customizable because we know that every agency is kind of different in how they operate and how they service their customers. So we've made it so that whether you are going to hold someone's hand through every last piece of the purchase, you can do that. Or if you're going to just put a link online so that they can use it and find tickets for themselves, we've made that very easy as well.
And as Erica said, very easy to use. You just log on with your unique assigned username and password to shop for the tickets your customer wants, or they're actually able to shop on their own, which we'll talk about later. The site provides extensive access to inventory, which is available in the US and Canada, and it's for all sizes of venues, so big venues, small venues, and it's for events that include like concerts, sporting events, theater, comedy, etc. The site's available 24/7, 365, as long as you have internet and you have a device. So that can be a laptop, desktop, iPad, phone, any of those will work.
Okay, so once you've signed on and you've figured out what event you are looking for, the site's very easy to navigate, and we have really easy use seating charts and filters. So as you can kind of see here, you can see the seating chart. So you've got customers who want, pretty good seats. So you would like kind of click on this section in the middle, 115, and then the results will filter down to only that section at that point. And you can kind of hover over the other sections and see kind of what the price range is. So, customer says they want the best price, but they don't want to spend more than $200. You would easily be able to say, okay, well, down on the floor is going to be a minimum of 300. Let's start looking here. So it's really easy to filter and move through the maps. And then our prices are going to be typically lower than what your customer is going to find elsewhere. So whether you're looking for the best seats or the most economical, it's really easy to filter. You can sort it from low to high price, or you can sort it by row if they're looking for the best. Again, very easy to navigate, to move around and find exactly what your guest wants. And then our prices displayed is the total price that your customer will be paying at the end. So there's no hidden fees. So if you've ever used a lot of other websites, including Ticketmaster, you find your seats you want, and you're like, okay, $120, I can do that. And then by the time you get to checkout, you realize there are a lot more. The prices you see displayed on our website are the total price, including any commission you've added to it. So there's no surprise when you get to the end.
The site is customizable to you and your company. So you set your own commissions, and we feel like you know your customer base best. So you're the best person to set that commission. If you have a client that really they value and customer service is the most important to them, you might want to set it a little higher. But if you have customers that are always searching for the best deal, and they're constantly shopping and comparing prices, you might want to set it a little lower. You can also actually offer the service with not putting any commission on and keeping the tickets very low. You'd still get the access to all the same inventory. It would just be priced lower. The commission is actually built into the price. So as you're shopping or your clients are shopping for tickets, it's already built into that price. It doesn't add on later. Now there is an option for a 2% service fee that would show at checkout. The majority of our clients do straight commission. We have a few clients and just a few that do commission and the service fee, but their customers are really typically very wealthy and they're really accustomed to paying for service fees. So they don't even wince at it. But again, that's just a few of our clients. There's multiple ways to shop and purchase tickets. The first way is you're finding the tickets. You're doing basically everything for your client. You are finding the tickets, you're purchasing the tickets, you're adding the credit card information into the system. You are putting their email address in so they actually get the tickets. So you're doing everything. The second way is you can actually send them a quote. So you would click that quote button after you did the shopping. So you find them a set of tickets, you hit the quote button, and that would actually be emailed to them in a link. We recommend, and that usually happens when somebody, like, they know what show they want to go to, but they're not sure where they want to sit. So we're like, send them 2 or 3 quotes in the same email. And basically you'd shop for the ticket, hit that button, and then those quotes would link right into that summary page. So they would actually finish the transaction, but you would have done like all the legwork for them. So it's a nice customer service piece. And again, we recommend sending like a few quotes, so a few different areas for them to sit in, probably different price ranges. We also recommend that you talk to your client and you ask them, when are you going to be available to check your email? Because if you go look for tickets at 9 in the morning and they're not going to view their email 7 at night, you always have that chance of those tickets being purchased. Because when you put them into that link, that doesn't actually put them on hold. It just takes them so they can see that. So if they did get purchased, the worst case scenario is it would show up as an error. But to avoid that, just try to do it closer to when they'll be able to view it. The other thing is we recommend, and again, just a nice customer service piece, that you either use the snipping tool or you copy and paste the seating diagram into your email that you send with the quotes. That way, when they pull up the quote and they see where the actual seats are, if they're not familiar with that venue, they can say, oh, section this, row this. It just helps them make a better decision on where they want to sit and probably more satisfied with where they're sitting. You're also able to white label the website, and that's at no cost to you. So you would basically provide, when you're signing up with us, you would provide us your logo, and then your logo would be on the top banner as you're navigating the site. So it wouldn't be the TFC logo, it would be your logo.
Okay, in addition to the other sales and support service we offer, we have marketing and sales support. So we do have some Facebook and Instagram templates that we can provide that, so if you want to say, hey, I'm offering this new service, working with tickets for clients, we can help you put something together so you can post that on your social media. We provide a link for your website. So, you don't have to say, go here and look there. It can literally just be a link that you book, click this link for tickets. And it would take them to our site. And if you've white labeled it, it's going to show up with your logo instead of ours. And then they can just shop like they've gone from something off your website. And then we can also give you a QR code that would take them directly to your sites. Our orders are processed and fulfilled by a staff of event ticket professionals, and they are available from 8 a.m. to midnight Central Standard Time. So that covers basically any time an event's happening. And they are available for if there are any issues. Honestly, the most common issue is user error. Mm-hmm. So you've had the tickets emailed to your client, everything's done. They never downloaded them. They never finished the process. Especially some of, older guests sometimes don't know how digital ticketing works. So then they show up at the event panicked because they don't have their tickets because all they have is an email that says they got tickets. So there's a professional person there available to help walk them through that. So we definitely recommend that you make sure your clients have this customer service number it's on the website everywhere, but that they have the customer service number. And that's who they call, so that you don't end up being in the middle of a panicked guest, who's standing outside the gate going, they're telling me I don't have tickets. They do have tickets. Everything's good. They just need a little help downloading them to their phone. It is peace of mind with 100% money back guarantee. We're very confident that all of our inventory comes from trusted and secure sources and that our tickets are genuine. But in the event that there is an issue with the ticket, we do offer 100% money back guarantee, and the site and checkout are both secure.
So in addition, on the exceptional support and services, we offer event ticket protection, and this is super important for traveling guests. It's an enhanced ticket protection. So it's actually a lot more comprehensive than we've seen in the past. So in addition to the typical protection, it provides a refund if an event is rescheduled. So when an event is rescheduled, those tickets are actually still valid. So if you didn't take out the protection, you would have to use those tickets or reschedule your own personal schedule so that you could go because they're valid. If an event is canceled and not rescheduled, everything unwinds and everybody gets their money back. But again, the rescheduled ticket is still valid. So if you took out this insurance and were unable to attend the new date, you would be able to get your money back. When you're checking out in the event ticket protection box, you have to accept or decline to be able to finish your order. So they won't even let you place the order unless you accept or decline. The cost of the tickets is always in the top part of the box, and it's based on how much you're spending on tickets. So basically, the more expensive the tickets you're purchasing are, the more expensive the coverage is going to cost you. If you do elect the event ticket protection, there is a separate charge on the credit card. So there'll be a charge for the tickets, and then there'll be a charge for the event ticket protection.
And then I think we kind of mentioned earlier that there are 2 levels of sign-on. So we're going to give you a sign-on that we call it the admin level sign-on. And that one, you'll be able to see information on how to contact us should you need anything. And then there's also reporting. And in that reporting, it's available for you to track all of your sales and commissions. This is kind of an example here of, I had, sales to an NBA in-season tournament, and this is how much my client purchased, and this was the calculated commission. Of course, that commission is based on what, you've selected. But the sign-on that we would give you, the secondary sign-on we would give you for your guests would not have access to see this. And I kind of just talked about that, but so we're just kind of talking about, so that concierge menu that shows, you can look at the users for your location, your reporting, that's just not visible. The only thing under it is log out if you're on the user level sign on. So basically, Tickets for Clients allows you to add revenue with no risk. There's no cost to sign up. There's no contract. There's no hidden fees. You choose the commission that you want to be paid. We pay our commissions monthly, and they can be sent to either an individual or a host agency, depending on the agreement you are or how you're set up. And also, if you do have not only if you have your link on your website, does it automatically go back to your account and you get credited? But if your guest uses this in the future, like let's say locally, they're not traveling and they decide to go to a show and they use that same sign-on that you've given them, you're still going to get your commission. It's still going to be applied to you.
So as Erica was saying, super easy to sign up, no cost or commitment. So there's for you guys, there's no capital outlay. You're not like paying for the inventory or anything like that. And there's no penalties or hidden fees. So nothing's going to come up later. We recommend, but it's not necessary to do a demonstration, which that's something I do. So you would just email me, or you would email service@ticketsforclients.com to schedule something. That we would just do a one-on-one Zoom of the actual website. If not, you can just complete a new client information sheet. And if you're also adding the commission, you would have to complete a W-9. If you're not, you wouldn't have to. On the new client information sheet, that's where you're going to select your commission rate. You're also going to tell us if you want to display your logo or not. And if you do, you're going to send that to us when you send the completed new client information sheet. You'll receive your unique sign-ons within 2 business days, sometimes sooner, depending on what time of the day I submit everything. Once you have your sign-on, you're good to go. You could start using the site for event tickets and start earning commission right away, same day. So if you're interested in scheduling a demo, or if you have further questions, you can email service@ticketsforclients.com. And if you just want to go straight and sign up, you can find the sign up form on the ticketsforclients.info site. So thank you so much for your time, Eric, and I really appreciate it. And feel free to reach out to us for any questions or a demo.
Thank you both for all of this. Anyone that has gone through, feel free to jump off mute or put your questions in chat. We have plenty of time for them. While you all start typing, I do see one from Eliza for setting commission. So she's a little bit confused. Is it set by you all or by the agency?
So we have, do we want to call them buckets? We have, so they, on the new client information form, they will mark what commissions. So the commissions are, there's like 5 different commissions they could choose, like 0%, 5%, 7%, 10%, 12%. And then there's a 10% with a 2% service charge. So they'll choose one of those. And then once we set it, so once they sign on, that is the set. So they don't set it for each sale or anything. Once they set it, that's going to be their commission rate. And usually when we talk to them or do a demo, they have some specific questions. And so we will try to guide them depending on what their goal is for the commission.
Great, thank you.
I got a question. So is this tickets for any event or you only have a certain?
It's basically any event in the US or Canada. So from something like a small venue, like the Revolution Live in Fort Lauderdale, you know, all the way to the Super Bowl. Basically, if there are tickets available in the market, they're going to show up.
And then for us to sign up, nothing.
No cost, no. It's just we need to know, we need you to fill out the information sheet so we know who to send the commission payment to. But other than that, and to be able to give you sign-ons. But other than that, no, there's no cost, there's no commitment. It's entirely designed to be a tool for you to have in your toolbox, and you, if you use it once a week, we're going to be thrilled. If you use it once a year, that's fine too. There's never going to be we're never going to call back and say, you know, hey, you haven't used this, we're going to kick you off, or we're going to start charging you a fee. It's always free to have in your pocket and use it whenever you want.
That's great. It is. So I know it's probably none of my business, but how do you profit from this? Or asking because it just, you know, it sounds really good because I've had people, the jazz festival and stuff, been wanting tickets, and some of the other places, you know, kind of complicated, but this seems so user
Yeah,
friendly.
It is so easy.
yes. So, you know, we have a sister company that's been in the ticketing business for a long time. And that we designed this with our knowledge of how hard it is for a travel agent and other people who like hotel concierge to get tickets for their customers. It's an arduous process. You're usually calling a ticket broker, you're going back and forth, you know, it takes forever. This makes it's just all streamlined and it's all self-service. You asked how we make our money. I mean, kind of think of it as like a net rate agency. So we're kind of getting the net rate, and then we're passing on a grossed up net rate to you, but it's still well below what you would find elsewhere. And we basically tell people, you know, the amount of commission you want to add is up to you. And like Karen said before, it depends on the type of client you're usually serving. If you want to make sure that you're going to be below market price most of the time, we recommend to stay below 7%. So that's why we have that 7% bucket in there as an option, because that kind of makes you market. If you want to be really competitive, go with 5%. You know, if you're just sticking this on your website and hoping people will self-service, then 5% is the best way, probably, because the people who are self-servicing off your website are probably also going to other sites to see what they can buy there. If you've got people who are calling you and they want you to handle everything, then, you know, you can probably go 10%. It's still not going to be outside of the market range, out of the norm, but it might be, you know, a few dollars higher or something.
So you can change the commission?
No, it's not dynamic. You need to say, like, this is the type of agency I have, and this is the type of percentage I want to charge, and then we'll set it. I don't want to say you can never change it. You know, if you called us back in a couple months and said, I feel like I could go up a little bit, I want to change from 5 to 7%, you could do that, but you know, we can't, it's not.
Change it for
Yeah,
Not
different
every day
events.
I get a different client and I want to change it
Right.
10 for her, 20 for her, you know.
Yeah, no,
No.
it's not dynamic. You can't just change it for every client.
Okay.
Mhm.
This is awesome. I wish I would have had y'all last weekend when I went to Las Vegas, got my tickets. They were $105 a piece, 2 tickets. With all the
Dude.
charges, it came up to almost $300.
Yeah,
I was like, but my husband, I had to go see Janet Jackson, so.
and that is one thing we always make sure, and this is something we'd go over more in the demonstration, but
Right.
definitely, since this is a small group, we'll talk about it here real quickly, is we do want to make sure people are aware that, you know, those service fees, like what a lot of the sites you're looking at, what they do is they discount the tickets.
And then
So,
the end.
and then they add a ridiculous service fee at the end. So when you go on and you're shopping, we've had people call us back and say, you know, you said you'd be cheaper. You're $100 and I'm seeing them for $80, you know, on your competitor sites. And I'm like, yeah, but go to checkout, because ours are still $100 at checkout,
Yep.
and others are 120.
And that's how
So-
they do. They got me.
Yep. So
Yeah.
you gotta, but that's why we feel like it's much better for everybody to just know what they're spending up front and being able to make a decision on, you know, you have a budget for what you can spend. You're
Right.
like, these are great seats, I can afford them. And then you get to checkout and go, oh gosh, I can't really afford these seats. And that's not a good way, I don't think, to conduct business. So we like to make it all in pricing from the start.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions or any other comments before we wrap up this afternoon?
Where will the recording be?
It'll be on the chapter's website once it gets published.
Well, thank you, everybody, and thank you, Scott, for helping us facilitate this, get it all set up. We really, really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Glad we can make it work out for us this month. Thank you everyone for coming in today and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.